Hello, is it
It's
me you're looking for?
I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your
Smile, you're all I've ever wanted. My arms are open wide, 'cause I don't know what to say.
I don't know.
And
And
I
I
don't
know
know what to do. So let me start by saying I love you.
Okay.
Lionel Richie, girl.
Oh,
Honestly, I know it because of Friends.
I don't even know it.
With Chandler when he breaks up with Janice
Oh no.
and Phoebe
Aw.
comes in and she sits next to him on the lazy boy.
And she started singing it or something.
Mhm.
Aw.
Oh yeah, no, I know it because of Lionel. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Clearly.
Oh no. No, that's not the same Lionel song. It's I found in you my endless love.
Yeah, they go la 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 la. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that scene.
I found
Are we on?
in you.
Are we
Okay.
waiting? Okay.
Oh,
I was like, this is not your moment. It's my moment. Okay. Just kidding. No, they're singing. Wait for it. Okay. I'm not singing because obviously this voice, God knew not to give me a voice. God, can you imagine? Britney Spears, what? Amanda?
Oh, baby, man.
Dun dun dun.
Ready, guys? Okay. All right. So, hey guys, it's Amanda. This is I don't even know what episode we're on. However,
22.
really, touche.
Mm-hmm.
So, episode 22. We're kicking it again. The three of us. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
I am also Amanda
I am Natalie.
Yay! And we're back together. We did have some time off,
but
but
is it a crisis?
is it a crisis?
Yes.
Always, but is it a crisis? So my hosting today, we're gonna talk about something that was actually requested, and it is on in-laws. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
So,
Boo.
Tomatoes.
thumbs down. No. So we're gonna go into all of it. Like I want to dive in, because when you honestly marry somebody, you're really marrying everybody, right? Like you're getting traditions, you're getting experiences, you're getting unsolicited advice, um, all the things from being in a marriage or in a relationship, especially because you kind of want someone that's close to their family, right? Or I don't know, depends
Do
on
you?
do you, right?
Do
Depends.
you?
I hope that this one I wanted to be a little bit more fun and engaging rather than our last episode was very, I feel like giving
Oh.
advice.
I don't
Like,
know
I feel
I don't know
maybe
what
it
version of that episode she was in.
I think maybe I had a moment that I was like, I think something resonated because even my mood changed. Like I had to like shake it a little bit. Like I was like giving myself advice. Like,
Okay.
you're okay, Amanda.
You're like, God damn it, Amanda. Listen to me.
Yeah, right. Why you just everybody? Okay. So funny stuff. Actually, I was talking to my husband Michael, and he's like, what is your podcast on today? And I was like, actually on in-laws. The look in his face. He's like, please don't talk about my family. I was like, actually, I have to. Like your family is part of my in-law experience, but I also have previous, which is not as bad as my previous in-laws experience. So I have been married twice. So I've had I mean, I tried so hard with my ex-mother-in-law, like, really hard, and I feel like that was probably a big downfall of myself because I was trying so hard to impress this woman who I knew didn't like me, right? And I didn't even like her, but again, I wanted to be, like, accepted, right? Like, is that I don't know if it's my age or if it's a first marriage or if that's in all relationships. Like, what do you guys think?
I think you do want to be accepted by your significant other's family because, like you said, you share so much with them, holidays. And then if you have kids, you share the relationship with the kids and vacations and all of that. But I also think it's like an innate type of human thing to
Mhm.
want to be accepted by the person who gave birth to your significant other. Like, I love this person and I want the person that made him to like me, type of thing. But yeah, I think it's a normal thing to want.
Yeah, I think that also it makes you wonder. I think that also there's like a perception that you are somehow the one who's on the outside. So what's wrong with you? Because maybe you grew up with aunts and uncles in your family, and some of them were by marriage, but that was Aunt Amanda. Like they were family, and you didn't see them as being any different. But yet when you're in the position, like you feel like you're different, and you're like, well, what is it about me? And so that makes me wonder if all the aunts and uncles that came into the family had those same feelings of like being a little bit on the outside.
I definitely thought I was on the outside because they had a lot already going on, and my first husband had been previous married and he had a child. So there was already so many different experiences that I was definitely on the outside. And even now being in my second marriage, we both have kids, but I think it's different because I come with also experiences that and when I didn't have a kid myself, and well, I mean, we did have kids rather fast. However, I didn't have kids, so I felt really on the outside. And I think, I wonder if it was more me or if it was just the fact that they were pushing me on the outside, like, "Oh, this is the way it was, or this is how it is." Yeah.
I also think there's a part of that where we feel like they're such adults, and we're expecting certain behaviors, certain thoughtful behaviors from them because they're the adult. And then now when I'm at the age of I could be somebody's mother-in-law, right?
Technically, because you do have older kids.
Correct. I'm like, well, I'm just a person.
Right,
Like
don't
he
be
might
so hard on me.
Right. Like if he was with somebody that, or if one of my kids was with somebody that I didn't necessarily get along with, there wouldn't be any intention to mistreat them. I'm just being a person. Like you're not my type of person, but
We're
it's
all having
we're
dinner.
family,
Yeah.
right? Like, hi, great, you're here. Nice to meet you. Like it's weird. It's very weird. It's a weird experience to act like somebody is your choice when they're not your choice.
They're somebody else's
They're your kids' choices.
Mhm. And then I always think about that too because, that was kinda like it's gonna be my closing statement. Like, how would you feel, if you were, like, in vice versa roles? But when I first met my mother-in-law, it was by surprise. Like, it literally was, "Hey," I woke up, she was there. I was like, "Well, oh, okay." Like, "Hi." So I think from the initial, beginning, it was a different thing too. And Michael also, I was a surprise to his family too, more so his sister. I didn't get the chance to meet Michael's mom. I think that she would have been all of the things that I was looking for, right? As a person, she's, super happy all the time. She wasn't a mad person. Like, I feel like my ex mother-in-law was mad. Like this bitch was mad. Like she would wake up mad. Whereas, but I had an experience with the sister where I was, like, a surprise in a way because he had a previous girlfriend pretty soon, and I had my boyfriend too, but we were kinda talking during, the last stages of our relationship, but she was a friend. So, all of a sudden, I show up on Facebook on a work trip, and she was like, "Whoa," like, what did she say something to me? And I finally got over it, but, it hit me pretty hard, like, "I just want you to know that her and I are friends." And I was like, "Okay, like, I don't need any friends." Like, at this time, I had my good friend, like, I have okay, but, like, awkward, like, what are you talking about? Like, okay, so we're not gonna be friends. That's it.
Right.
I took it in my head, we're not friends. And when you tell me something, usually something like that, especially if I get mad, like, I take that shit extreme. Like, now I'm not really trying to be your friend at all, right?
Right.
So, forget where I was going with this, but I'm finally over it. So
Yeah, but that goes back to the whole that they're not your choice. Like whatever Michael was doing in his personal relationships was none of his sister's business. Why would you even insert yourself into that space? It's not. But
But
so
I think
the
but
lines
I
are
think they're
weird.
yeah, but they're involved, right? Like, if especially his sister was probably helping with his kids, whereas his girlfriend was probably helping, like, so they were more together, I guess?
And that's part of what some of my difficulties were, in that I grew up an only child, and I also grew up in a family where what happened in your house stays in your house. What happened between a man and a woman is between a man and a woman. But not all families are like that. They feel like, we are a unit and we hop in and out of each other's lives depending on the situation. And I was very uncomfortable with that. And
Still to this day, you're very uncomfortable with and Michael
yes.
too, he doesn't want me telling his business, whereas I'm an open book, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you?
What, my relationship with in-laws?
Well, I don't know. Is there an actual question? What was the question that we were answering?
I don't know.
I think we're just talking,
Oh,
but
okay.
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know how much I'm gonna lend to this conversation because I don't currently have relationships with any in-laws, and my
You'll always have a relationship with in-laws.
yeah,
Your son's related to people who are not of your blood
yeah,
forever.
yeah.
But you're
I
on
guess.
that. But again, but you're but you're on the outside. So
I am on the outside.
yeah. So
But I was always on the outside. I was never really welcomed into the insider club. It was really a really weird dynamic. There were people involved that felt the need to compete with me, and her way of competing with me was to try to make me look bad in every way, shape, or form. So there were a lot of lies spread, a lot of just a lot of stuff happening.
just drama.
Just drama for no freaking reason. I mean, in hindsight, there were things that could have been handled differently. Not by me. I was perfect.
That's how
And I tried really fucking hard.
Right.
Even when I knew that I wasn't liked or I wasn't welcomed or they were making it completely impossible for me to feel comfortable, I think that I handled myself really well because what mattered to me was my son's experiences and his memories and him able to look back and know that, he had his family together. But yeah, I did go through the whole I want to be accepted, I want to be liked, and you know, but then I realized I don't want to be accepted and liked by the people that are so committed
to
to
hurting.
not liking me
Mhm.
for no reason. Like if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. You're missing out on me, not anything else. So,
But were they good to your
um,
son? Are they good to
yeah,
him?
they're good to my son.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, they're very good to my son, and I'm super grateful for that. They are very involved. Um, and that's all I can ask for.
Yeah, I feel like I had my kids back to back to back, right? Like I had, especially my first two. And again, me and my first husband, we rushed. We really did this. He already had a kid. I felt like a super outsider. I wasn't. It was one weekend we were kind of like partying, woohoo! And the next weekend we were playing house, right? Like it was really weird for me. So I was like, and I really wanted a kid. So I was like, I need a baby. So we kind of really, and I'm very thankful because I have three beautiful kids, but we really rushed in. So I don't even think that they had a chance to get to know me, right? Like it was just so fast. Like we were already living together, we're getting married, I'm pregnant. Like it was just so much that I don't think that, and then again, not just from one kid to get to know, now I'm pregnant again. I had another within, before 2 years of my first son. And it was just as we already had a stepchild who was going through all the like milestones, right? Like, so it was more, they were way more involved in like the milestones, whereas I guess it seemed a little bit more of chaos, I guess, with us. When it really I don't think it really was, and it was, but I mean, I guess, 3 kids is a lot, and, mind you, you're like, they're wow, there's 3 kids, right? And compared to just having 1,
Yeah.
and my stepdaughter was, like, perfect, like, she still is a great kid, not that my kids aren't great, but they at that moment when my kids are, like, stumbling or screaming, and she's just, like, sitting there all pretty and painting, you know? It was really rough, especially with my in-laws. My mom was always very accepting, I think. I didn't even realize that my family didn't like my husband until we were going through the divorce. So like, "Oh, thank God." And I was like, "Oh, that's fucking hurtful." Like, the whole time you guys are lying to my face, but again, they would put on their faces and they would pretend like everything was great and be present or pretend because they wanted me happy, right? Whereas I don't think his family cared if he was happy or if they pissed me off or not.
I think that your personality is super different from your in-laws' personalities. So again, they didn't choose that and you didn't choose them and all of that good stuff. But I think that that opens the question of even if you didn't choose each other, how much do you owe to trying to meet in the middle with this person? Like how much do you owe to your child and their family to say like you aren't my kind of person, but
You
I'm
are.
going to make an effort to
Mhm.
build a relationship with you because you're who my son chose and you're going to be the mother of my grandchildren and so you matter to me. Like how much of the impetus for that relationship is on the in-laws?
I mean, you always look at them like they're the older, right? Like they should have more knowledge. But now looking at it, right? Like we really don't know what we're doing. I just don't. I was just talking about like so that um I guess it's first impressions, right? So that mattered. I guess I was surprised. I was a little bit crazy. They weren't really accepting. Um, what was the question?
How much of making it work basically is the job of your in-laws?
Yeah, now I'm looking like I think I cared too much and I would put too much focus on how they felt or how they looked at me or something. I shouldn't have cared. Like literally, I'm not there for them. But again, when you're not liked and you want to be liked or you try so hard to make sure, and I'm a very freaking talkative person. Like if you sit next to me, I'm gonna talk to you, right? Like so I feel like I engaged more in trying. Like I don't know. I think I should just step back and just enjoy the moments that were actually there and not so much how they felt about the moments. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily think it's their job to try to make it
mm,
work, but they also don't have to be dicks.
yeah.
They don't have to
Fair.
go out of their way to make you feel uncomfortable or, unwanted or, that they feel a certain type of way about you. It's like, okay, you gave birth to this perfect, what you think is this perfect thing, and you don't think I'm good enough, but you don't have to make me feel like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to like me, but
Yeah.
also don't make me feel like you hate me,
Right.
and I don't know. It's just a weird. It can lend a lot of stress to a situation, especially if your significant other is close to their family and now their family doesn't care for the person that they're sharing a life with. I think that adds stress to a relationship, and I think it was one of the downfalls to my previous relationship was that I couldn't be in the situation where I felt uncomfortable anymore, so I removed myself, and that gave space to a lot of other things happening. Um
Yeah,
but
so you're big about that. Like, oh, you can just go. I feel like I have to be included, right? Like, but
Mm.
now, I was right there with you. Like, I want to go to the family events. I want to be included. Like, I don't want to be on. I didn't then want to be on the outskirt. Now I'm like, okay, you want to go? Go, have fun. I don't want to be there. Like, I'm really not looking forward to going. I don't need to be there. That's your family, and that's the time that you should be spending with your family.
Yeah.
The focus doesn't need to be on me or while I'm not there or nothing. You're there for your family. Enjoy it more so.
When I was younger with my in-laws that are my kids' grandparents, I was much more extreme with those situations. Like before I had my kids, we were friends, and then there was a bunch of drama around when I had my kids, and we fell out, and I felt a certain level of betrayal to where I just didn't want to have anything to do with them anymore, and I would not participate in anything. I never held the kids back from going to spend time with them. Their dad would take them over. They'd have whatever moments they would have, but I didn't think of it as me altering the family chemistry, because whenever we spent time with my family, we were all together.
Mhm.
And so I was giving a certain impression to my kids without thinking that I was giving that impression. It was just like, go have fun with your grandparents.
So there
Um,
you had no emotions towards yet. Like you didn't feel a certain way. Like
um, I was, that's just part of my personality where if
yeah.
something makes me uncomfortable, I don't want anything to do with it. And I've gotten better at not being so extreme. But back then, it was like,
That's a great
we don't
trait
need,
though.
but yes and no, because again, like they were imperfect. I made so many mistakes. My biggest problem back then was that I never felt like anybody was on my side. And I
Gotcha.
didn't realize that they were never going to be
Yeah.
on my side.
Uh-huh.
Like it didn't matter what he did. It didn't matter how badly he behaved. It didn't matter how crazy the thing got. He belonged to
They
them.
loved him.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's forever.
Uh-huh.
And so while I'm living these like horrible things,
You're like, did you see what he just did?
correct.
Right?
I
Yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
want somebody to like tell him, you stop that shit.
Yes.
Or even just say, I'm so sorry, or whatever it was that I wanted. And it wasn't anything that I ever got. But I was 20 years old, right? Like I wasn't old enough to realize that one, it wasn't their job. And two, again, they were always going to be on his side.
Mm-hmm.
And so because I felt like it was team him against team me, you know how I win? I don't play. I don't show up. And there were all these opportunities for memories that we could have had together
Yeah.
that never happened because I removed myself from the situation. And then once me and my ex were separated for a really long time, my mother-in-law passed away, and I went to their house after her service, and there was a drawing that one of my kids had given her that was on the wall. And I don't know why it just came into my head that in all the years that had gone by, I had never said to her, hey, because, kids make all kinds of crap. I had never said to her, hey, do you want this thing? Or, hey, like, the kids are doing whatever, come. Or like, I realized
you didn't think about her at all because you were so removed.
I turned it off. And in my pursuit of just removing myself, I was doing harm too. Like, I wasn't innocent. I made those choices. So
no, but I like the fact that you were able to remove yourself and the fact that you're emotionless about it. I feel like if I'm not included, like, oh my gosh, that maybe he's gonna find someone who is included. Like, it's so traumatic for me. Like, again, speaking with you, like, you were telling me, like, you don't have to go. Like,
You don't.
let them go and let them have fun. You don't need to be there. Have your own fun.
Now I have balance, right? Like, there are things that we do together with family, with his family, with my family, with my current relationship. And then he spends time on his own with his family as well. And I spend time on my own with my family, because those are different dynamics. Like, you are a specific family unit when it's just you and your mom, and
you are a different person
than when Michael's there, and you need those times together. You don't have to always be, but when you're not there, I guess the important thing is that when you're not there, you're not having those weird feelings.
Yeah, about not being included.
Right. Like, go enjoy it. My partner now goes and has time with his mom, his sister, and has a great time.
Yeah, but that's also because you're an only child in a way. I feel like you're okay with playing by yourself.
Obviously.
Right?
I mean, yes. Yes. But I don't feel a sense of exclusion when I don't go. That's their separate time. And the same way, I wouldn't, like, if I was going to go have lunch with my mom tomorrow, I wouldn't expect him to come. That's me and my mom. We're going to have some chatty chats, and that's it.
Yeah. So you've gotten to better. You've been so quiet, Natalie. Like, what?
And if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
Say it. This is our moment.
I guess my curiosity about this would be how you would feel, given your experience, how you would go into a new relationship with an in-law.
I think, like you said, first impressions matter. So I think it would have to be like a discussion that we have of how I would be introduced to their family. What is the family dynamic? Like, how important is it for them, the person that I'm with, for us to have a close relationship, or for me to have a close relationship with their parents? But it would have to be done, the right way. Like, how was the relationship with your last partner? Well, how long ago did that end? Was it, a lot of things.
Having space in between relationships, I think, is a big deal, because then people are able to get over, not like, hey, ta-da, the next day a new one. And I realized that with my kids, because they kind of like rotate through people, and I kind of like them. You get to know people and you start liking them. And then
6 months. I have told both of my kids, do not bring anybody around me unless you've been with them for 6 months.
I would have met nobody.
I'm not meeting the 46 people. No, 6 months.
Flavors of the
week. They're still around. Wonderful. Since I've put that in place,
you met
the
nobody.
numbers have gone way down.
That's so true, because you start liking them. I mean, like, I get involved. I'm like, but wait, what happened to who? Okay, and then it's like, all right, then you have to again try to like this person, but you're still on feelings. Yeah, so you're right. So first impressions are a big deal in how you are brought into the situation, right?
And it's so wild that it's such an important part of your relationship dynamic, and we almost never do it with intention.
No, it's like,
don't discuss, think, no, because you feel like your relationship is the thing, and this is like on the outside, and then you become a family and you're like, oh wait, that's actually a part of this thing.
Yes.
And then it changes everything.
Because that's kind of like, now we're getting into like balance, right? So do you want to keep going?
No.
Are you? She's like, I'm out.
I mean, ideally, I would love to have a great relationship with my partner's family.
What's the question about balance, though?
So the balance between two families, like trying to navigate all the things, right? So the holidays, even though I know we just said you kind of removed yourself, but does that really exist on Christmas? I mean, I guess because you guys were separated. I'm talking about being together, and now it's Christmas. Like, how did you handle that?
Um, Most of the time we would stop by something because it was a larger family and
That's so
less.
much one on one.
Yeah, and then we'd stop by, but for a little bit of time, and we'd spend the majority of the time with my family. I would say all those years, we mostly spent time with my family.
Is it because they were more inviting towards him or more accepting towards
He
him?
still has relationships with people in my family to this day. So, um,
Yeah, so do I. I mean, I still, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, also, we were super young
Mm-hmm.
when we met, and
So
we've all
babies.
grown up together, and so there is going to be that relationship, anyways. But But because of just the nature of everything, because of me removing myself, like, I didn't really befriend anybody.
Mm.
The closest I've been has been to his father, and that's still super
I
casual.
I still feel like that's tends to be like I don't know why women don't tend to get along, especially sometimes, like, especially,
I actually started out way closer with his mom.
really.
And I'm not saying that I have a good relation, like, it wasn't like I was close to his dad. It's just that he's the one who I've kept in contact with the most over the years, especially once his wife passed
That's why
away.
I got closer.
But also he's been a part of, all the things that have gone on with my oldest son passing away and all that. So I see him, and he comes. My ex also moved for a while, and so when my kids would have events, birthdays, whatever, I would make sure to invite him so that he would still be able to show up for them.
Because he wasn't there.
Mhm. Mhm.
So how did I mean, how long were you guys together for a long time that you guys had to navigate like
Yeah, I would say like 3, 4 years. And obviously now our son is 10, so there's been 10 years of holidays, like going back and forth and how to split that. And then the first few years, I was very intentional about my son being able to have his mom and dad together. So I would spend a lot of holidays with his family. Now he has a partner and a new child, so obviously that's gonna change this year with the holidays. Um, but
Yeah, you guys
I
are
think
different with that stuff. You guys
yeah,
do still share a lot of stuff together.
we do. But I think going into like a new relationship with in-laws, I think there has to be a mutual understanding of like if they have standing traditions, like where everyone meets at one person's family's house for a certain thing, like I think you want to honor that as your partner's
Tradition,
partner.
especially if it doesn't
Mhm.
mean as
Um
much to you, right?
yeah, but I also think that you want to bring your own things into it. Like I'm big on spending Christmas Day at my house with my immediate family, opening the presents and making breakfast and just spending the whole day at home. Like that's my thing. Now if I were to be partnered with somebody and they have a tradition that they do on Christmas Day, then that's something that we have to kind of like come to an agreement. Like this is what I do, this is what we do now as a partner. But I think it's also sometimes a lot of problems come up because of power or like ego trips or like no, this is what I want to do
Mhm.
and forget what you've done your whole life. And
Mhm.
then, sometimes those problems come up. So I think you just have to be understanding of respecting what traditions were already there before you came into the picture and kind of like finding your way in.
Do you think that idea, there's this kind of like ideology of like once you get married, once the son gets married, once the daughter gets married, whatever, that's your family.
Mhm.
Your spouse and your kids is your family, and they are the primary family, and the rest of the family is the secondary family. So if you feel strongly about a tradition that you have, then the expectation is that your husband honors your feelings about this before his family's feelings about it.
Yeah, I do think well, it's a mix because you have to have you have to when you're married, it's not just it's there's so many other factors, right? I can't say it's my way or the highway, right? You have to have a little bit of flexibility with things, but if there's something that you're super strong about, like, "Listen, I don't wanna be anywhere else on Christmas morning, I'm obsessed with Christmas," so that would probably be my focus, right? Do I think Michael should pick me over what his mom or his dad is doing? Absolutely, we're the family now, right? Like, but it also comes into with the kids, right? Like, is it easier for us to go to them or, it's just trying to incorporate it's a lot because you're trying to incorporate everything into I'm a people I try to people please a lot. and make sure. And that was another thing I want to talk about, like how as women, even in both relationships, I kind of became a coordinator for both of it. And I feel like now that I haven't been doing it, I haven't been seeing his family as much. Like I used to be the one like calling his mom, or not his mom, calling his dad, calling his sister, like calling his sons, like getting everybody together. Like I really put a lot of effort into it. And it's not getting done anymore. Like we haven't had a dinner in a while. I haven't seen them. They haven't seen me. I feel like it's really spaced out things. But it's emotion like it's a lot for me to for them to for me to be that, and that's not even my family, right? Like, but is that something as women we do automatically?
I think, yeah, I think that we take it upon ourselves for the most part to do those things, to coordinate and to plan and to want that closeness.
Mhm.
Um,
It's family,
but
right?
to go back to yours, yes, we are the family now. Like
Mhm.
I am the family. But you also have to pick and choose your battles.
Mhm.
Like, I don't care for Thanksgiving. If they care about Thanksgiving, then we'll do whatever you want. But you have to have certain things because then you become resentful. Like if I were to give up my Christmas mornings, I would become resentful because that's not what I want to do. I want to be in my home.
Mhm.
So I think that it's yes, I am the priority and what I want should matter most, but in the nature of understanding and
Mhm.
being in a partnership, if Christmas afternoon you want to go to your family's house because that's what you guys do, then fine. Like I'll change out of my pajamas.
So what if Aiden's wife wants Christmas mornings?
Oh, and she probably
Oh,
will.
I'm going wherever Aiden is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
want Christmas mornings because I'm with Aiden.
Okay.
So if his wife wants Christmas mornings, I'm packing my shit up and going over there.
All
I'm
right.
sleeping over the night before. What do you
All
want? You want me
right.
to wake up and make pancakes? So we got this.
I love it.
My whole idea is that I want to be with Aiden on Christmas
I
morning.
love it.
So that's another thing too. Like, okay. So talking
I'm gonna
about
be the best mother-in-law.
right,
You are.
you want
Oh
to
my
be right because
God.
you want them to like you. You want to be around, and then they're gonna bring the kids around you. But I guess some people don't want the kids around, or they see them as a lot of people aren't kids people. But I am. I want them around me. Like I'm trying to develop patterns now where because I seen we have two that moved out that my kids know to call me pretty often, that there is a relationship of closeness so that when things do happen, they already have a foundation, right? This is the way it's been. My mom is part of my life. Like, I want to be included. I want to be there when the babies are there.
No.
I want the babies.
She wants the babies.
All of them. Give me the babies. I don't even have any yet. Like, he's got a 24-year-old. Like, what are we doing with our life? Yeah. Like, let's go. Give me a baby.
What's happening?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Um,
What was the question?
No idea.
Oh, okay.
Um,
You were saying something.
oh, she was talking about like I don't know, like liking the kids and stuff, making sure that you're liked as a mother-in-law, like being a good mother-in-law.
Yeah.
How are you gonna be a good mother-in-law to or is that a factor too?
Oh, you were talking about keeping up communication.
Communication,
Okay. So I have historically not been good at that because the first one I didn't want to. And then
Now that you can agree, at least something.
yeah, just kind of like life. I don't know. I'm not I don't know. I guess I'm just generally not feeling like that's my job.
Mm.
And for instance, and I feel like okay, I'm trying to like get together how I think about this
And put it in the nice way.
No, I feel like there is this idea that it is the woman's job to coordinate those things. Because if my partner says something about making plans with my mom, then the expectation is that I'm going to reach out to my mom and I'm going to make those plans and we'll all get together. However, if I say we're making plans with their mom, I feel like there's this expectation that sometimes I would reach out to their mom.
But you
And my thing is like, how often does society say, well, why isn't the son-in-law reaching out to his mother-in-law? Why aren't you calling my mom? Because it feels weird, but it's supposed to be normal for me to call your mom. It's still weird. Like as much as you want to say that it's normal, it's not because it's your mom. You know what I mean? So I feel like societally there is this idea that the woman is supposed to be closer to her mother-in-law than the man is supposed to be closer to his mother-in-law.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how often is Michael expected to reach out to your mom for anything?
I don't think he really ever has, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it, no. Everything
Exactly.
but again, if anything needs to be done, he goes through me.
Yes.
So no, but no, but that is true because he does expect me to call or you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, "Oh, you can call him." I'll be like, "Hey, have you spoken to your dad?" "No, no, go ahead and call him." No, I'm just asking how he's doing, like, I'm just being nice, like, I'm not really
Right.
like, I'm not right, but his dad does crack me up, like, he's got a pretty funny dad, but yeah, if I don't do it, it's not getting done. Let's just put it that way.
Yes.
So, and I realized that now, and I'm kind of missing it a little bit, right? Like, because again, they are my family, whether I want them to be or not, and I didn't choose them, they still are going to be there, and they're going to. The past 7 years are now adventures and moments with them that we all have, like little, little things together. Like we should be still growing on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I like it. I mean, I will say now that I do have a good relationship with my in-laws, I enjoy it immensely. Like, I prefer this over
Chaos,
not
right?
even chaos of them not being present. Like,
Oh,
I they're lovely and I love that they're a part of my family. Um, Even though once upon a time I thought that I wanted no in-laws. I was dating this guy in between. I was dating this guy who was a transplant from another state. So like his entire family was in another state and his father had been absent. He had really never known him very
and
well.
you're like, yes.
And then his mom was not alive.
Oh.
And I was like, this might be the answer.
This is what I've been waiting for my whole life. But again, because it's so bad experiences, right? Like you had a reason to feel that way. You felt out like on the outskirt for so long that you were just like, it's just gonna be me and you,
It
baby.
but when I think back to a lot of feeling on the outside, when I'm honest with myself about it, it was my ex's fault that I felt on the outside. It was never his family. It was the things that he was doing. It was I wanted them to legitimize my role in his life
Mhm.
because he was always doing things that delegitimized me. And again, that's not their job. That was never their job. But I only know that now. It makes me sad now. I wish I could have conversations with his mom today and
Gotten closer.
and even if we didn't get closer, at least say like, I participated. I could have done better. I could have done so much better. But it's going back to the last episode, right? Like when you're 20 years old, there's so many things going on, man, for you to like think deeply about things. It's either like I love this or I hate this
Yeah,
and I'm
I'm
going to
not
keep
doing.
it fucking moving. So there's a bit more nuance as you get older.
Yeah, I think you start, and a lot of things change, and you realize time is precious in a way, right? Like not everything is going to be this way forever. It's just a moment in time, so try to enjoy it a little bit.
Mhm.
I agree.
And it
Well,
wasn't like that with the whole family. Like there are definitely people from his
yeah.
family that I still keep in contact with. We're social media friends. They were
Hmm.
always lovely. Like we had a blasty blast. I miss them now that they're not really a part of my life because we've been separated for so long and
You have a
um
new life.
I have a new life. Yeah. But is there anything you miss? Nelly said, hell to
food,
the
I
no.
I miss the food.
Okay.
So they could cook. Okay. Yeah. So actually, that's another thing too. Rob's family was cook. They could cook. Like I do miss.
Was it the whole family or was it just Rob?
Rob can cook really well. No, they cook.
Okay.
Yeah, they can all cook pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah, they definitely cook. Whereas we don't cook at all. And I miss that a little bit. And then Michael's sister, she can cook too. She's a real good cook. And then she was dating somebody previously, the guy she's dating now, who was like almost like a chef. Like that guy could throw down.
Nice.
We were so happy to go over there. Like, you know what I mean? To get a home cooked meal.
Nice.
But no, yeah. Now we just go out.
I liked how big his family was
Mhm.
in his generation. He had so many cousins, and when they would get together, it was just so funny, so many laughs. It was such a good time. Um, and it reminded me of my cousins when I was younger because as we got older, we like all separated, and so it felt familiar.
Yeah,
It
Rob
felt
had a
really familiar.
big family too, and they had great family, like on that aspect. Other than my mother-in-law that we didn't get along. his family was so great, right? It was so big. That I'm really excited that my kids have that. Like, I don't even need to be there to experience it. I'm glad they have that. Because our family is so private. It's basically just Michael and I and the kids, right? Like, we don't really have much extended family anymore. It's not the same like it used to be.
Yeah, that part too, because so with me being an only child, I don't have like I do have a huge family, but my nuclear family is very small. So they don't get a lot of they have a couple cousins that they grew up with. But on that side, they got aunts, they got uncles, they have cousins, they, great uncles, they have all of that. Like our family reunion is like,
10 people.
10 people. Their family
Yeah.
reunion is like 60.
Yeah, no.
Still nothing. All right.
Okay, I didn't, maybe I should have.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what are you hoping for in the future? Because again, I've lived all three versions, right? Like not close to them, didn't have any, and I like them. For the next incarnation, what would you prefer?
Ideally, I would want a great relationship with my in-laws.
Okay.
I would love to be able to do things with them and share experiences. Um, I don't know if that's gonna happen in this lifetime because I don't
No.
even know if I'm gonna have another relationship.
Yes, you don't think so?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But I know what kind of mother-in-law I want to be.
So
Yeah.
that's good.
That's a possible question. Well,
No, I know that. Like, I'm not gonna. I want to be involved. Like, I'm gonna try to be as pleasant as I can be to where that they or buy them whatever they need. Like, one way I'm gonna win. Like, you know what I mean? I'll bring you the crib. You're going to like me. Like, I definitely
and
know.
babysitting. When do you need a babysitter?
Yeah.
All the time? I'm
And
here.
yeah, and I just want to again, I want to make sure I approach it in the right way because I don't want to come off like overwhelming, to where she's. But I mean, I think with social media again, like I think things are way better, and I think there was a stigma too about monster-in-law, right? Like you're
Yeah. That's a
automatically.
movie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, so it was automatically like a stigma about it. Most of it's true though. A lot of fucking mother-in-laws do suck. But however, I do wish that I had a good mother-in-law and stuff and someone to add or be a grandma, to the kids. More about the kids, not necessarily me anymore.
So you would pick having a good of bad, none, or good. You'd pick good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're like none?
No, I
You're
I
good now?
prefer good.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like none is a little sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad. But again, I don't have my father and then Michael doesn't have his mother.
That's why it's sad because we're always losing people.
We are. It was already a
It's so
small
nice that you
niche.
get to add somebody.
Yeah. Right. So growing more people to love and more people to love at least your kids, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that as a mother-in-law, I think I hope that I will be a good mother-in-law. I mean, I'm a great grandma to my son's dog. And so, I mean, I
It's gonna
feel
get
like
better from there.
they'll
Yeah.
appreciate.
And Alayla's dog too, though.
Yes, and Elena's dog. So I feel like they'll appreciate my caringness. But I'm not gonna be like one of those like we're best friend mother-in-laws, I don't think, because that's just not in my nature. But like a caretaker, like I'll pick the kids up from school or
I can help, right?
yeah, I can babysit, all of those things. I don't feel that like I need to be best friends with the person. Like I don't need to insinuate myself into your relationship. I don't think I love my son so much, but I don't think he's like the end all be all. Whatever issues you guys have, you deal with it. And then you just.
But would you yell at him if you knew he was being in a way that you were treated?
If it was a serious thing, I absolutely would.
Okay.
But I have that relationship with my kids. I talk to them about all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
If it was just, he's which I've been through with him and with both of them, they've had relationships. So they've talked to me about whatever the thing was. If it's just that he's being a dumbass and not addressing whatever his issues are, that's none of my business. And I would never address her about anything he was doing, like, or anything she was
You would
doing.
have boundaries.
Correct. Like you guys are adults and you guys deal with whatever it is. If he wants to talk to me to get advice, I don't have a problem talking to him, but I'm never going to be in the middle of something. No. No.
Yeah. Okay. So that's boundaries. Okay.
And with their kids either. Those aren't my kids. I got my chance to raise my kids the way that I wanted to raise them. I'm not going to, if they ask me for advice, like, hey, what way should I do this thing? I don't know how. Perfectly fine. But like me, like telling them, that's wrong, or you're going to hurt them. That's not my fucking business. No.
So mind your business.
Mind your business. They get their
Yes.
chance to raise their kids the same way I got my chance to raise mine.
And they turned out so great.
I think so.
Well, your kids didn't. No, I mean, like, that's about
their
exes.
kids. Right.
It wasn't me.
No, I mean that my children
Kids.
will have their chance to mess their kids up as much as I mess them up. It's not my business. I'm talking about the future, Natalie.
She's like, I'm not saying nothing.
Right.
I know it was kind of a hot topic because again, like people, right? People are listening, and you don't want to
plead the fifth.
Yes.
Yeah, because there are lurkers that watch, and I know that they listen, and I just, right now I'm in a good place where everybody is getting along, and I don't want to ruffle any feathers.
Yeah, that's what it's too, because I
Yeah.
feel like especially initially, like things in the beginning, I think the problems seem so big.
Yeah.
But then as the years pass, they really aren't that big.
Yeah.
Like she could be
my
friends.
problems were big.
They were.
Yeah, no, my problems were big. The way that I was treated was not okay.
Yes.
But we moved on, and when you have children, the type of grandparent they are matters more than the type of mother-in-law.
I agree.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Even with my mom, even I feel like with our parents, like today, I mostly focus on my kids' relationship with her.
Oh yeah.
Whatever our past relationship growing up, easy, hard, whatever. I love that she's a great grandma.
Yeah.
And that's what matters.
that's it.
Yeah, but I know my mom would rather hang out with me than with the kids, right? You know what I mean? Like, again, she's my mom. Like, she's my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm her favorite. But it's not really in-laws, so that's grandma. Okay.
Yeah.
A little different.
Well, it's just the parent relationship.
Yeah. So she'll be like, "Can I just see you too?" I'm like,
mean,
"No,
at
you're
the-
babysitting.
Aw.
I'm going out. You're staying."
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they're just people trying to figure it out as well.
Correct.
And sometimes they see things that we don't see in the moment because, the common denominator is that the ex-in-laws are ex-in-laws now. So they must have seen something in the dynamic of the relationship as an outsider that showed them that we probably weren't meant to be together. So,
Right.
And
they're just people.
Yeah. Touche.
They're just people trying to figure it out.
Everybody's just people. And it's not all about you, right? Like, it's not
Some people are
always-
assholes.
And the other part of it too, is that I've realized from a parent, from
That's
me,
why she doesn't want to say anything.
the part from me being the parent now, because my kids have had their little dramas, the part of me being a parent now, I've come to realize is that I don't care about what their drama is, right? Like when you're in the middle of your relationship bullshit,
Yeah.
and you're like, how do you guys not give a fuck? Because they don't.
No, yeah, they're like, "Oh, right." But
Like, this
you
is my
see what
life.
he's
This is
doing.
my fucking kid. Leave me alone.
Uh-huh.
Like, whatever my kids are out there doing, what are you telling me this for?
Right, like, I'm done, okay?
I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah.
The
I had
parents get
no
that from their
idea.
dad.
Right. Like,
That comes from that side of the
listen,
family.
you're not getting very much out of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're pretty quiet about stuff like that. And again, I guess, right, you can't expect people to side with you when it's not your family, right? And of course, like, no matter what, if Landon's wife is, be like, it's probably your fault, right? Like, Landon's my son. I'm going to always probably stick with him.
For me, I don't even think it's like that I want to take a side. It's that I don't want to be
You're like,
involved.
don't even tell me.
Like, I don't want to be involved.
Okay.
Don't call me. Man, if some person is calling my phone to tell me about one of my, I was like, listen, you know what they put me through? It's your fucking turn
Right,
now.
yeah.
Click.
Yeah. Yeah.
Figure it out.
Right. Get out of here.
My son is an angel baby, so he's.
I know, that's how I feel. We all feeling that about our kids.
But your son is a lover boy, so
He
I
is
don't
a little
know.
lover boy.
I don't know.
I feel like his heart's gonna get broken more so.
We'll see.
And he's still young, though.
Yeah.
No, but my son still is a sweet boy. Like, and he likes these girls.
Same.
Like these girls. And I'm like, stop going for it. But
Same.
maybe he's not looking for love. Maybe he's looking for other things, is what I'm
Yeah.
assuming. But he's still a lover. Like he gets feelings involved. And I'm like, why are you trying to white girlfriend her? Like that's like don't
Yeah.
keep things
It's
apart.
like your mom has not been toxic around you, so you don't have mommy issues. So why are you liking these girls?
Because they like the drama, I guess.
It's exciting.
Men love crazy.
Yeah, they do.
Again, we said it in the 20-year-old advice thing. At 20, it's fun. It's a blasty blast. The insanity is a good time. So they're just having a good time.
Yeah, it's okay. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
That should conclude it. We didn't get much from Natalie this time, and I really think I did pretty good. I tried to hopefully we answered all the questions and how to navigate. I don't know if we did or we didn't. Don't take our advice or take it.
Do whatever you want with it.
Right, take it and run. Yeah.
But we're glad you're here.
Like, subscribe.
And have a
Come
great-
back again.
Yes. Amanda's up next time. Do you know what you're doing?
No idea.
Okay, so.
And we have to decide what our dress up thing is.
Oh, yeah. Our next theme.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do prom.
Oh my
I am
God.
not coming in a prom dress.
Why not?
In the middle of this heat, we'll all have a heat stroke.
Yeah.
Or walk down the street.
Who come in gowns? No.
No.
All right. If you like my idea, you know.
Yeah, let us know.
Exactly.
Let us
Dress
know
up
what
in prom.
themes you want to see. Like, what do you think we should dress up as next time? Let us know.
All right.
Thank
Bye,
Bye, guys.